What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and this is the final episode in the coverage of the OneHive 2.0 war that happened. And yeah, this is the final 8 hours of war, and this video is going to be a big one. Yeah, so I'm going to try and cover the attacks and things that happened within the last 8 hours, a summary of them anyway, to give you a bit of an idea of how it all went down. We did use all 50 attacks, and this was the highest concentration of attacks as well, the last 8 hours of war, as you'd expect anyway. So we kick off to 7 hours and 38 minutes remaining, where my base is attacked for the first time, and that'll be the first video. So let's get in and have a look at how my base held up. So in most sort of tough wars, or where I think they're modders or something like that, I will create a new base. I'll definitely not copy a base. That's the last thing I don't want to be known as the guy that copies bases anyway. I'll pretty much design a base every war, just so I can, you know, have something fresh, test my base building skills, and it's more of a sense of achievement if you defend as well. And what I was going for here, you can see for the natural queen spot to attack from is sort of 3 o'clock. But I've just tried to make it as awkward as possible to get a queen and an air defense, let alone 2 air defenses. Now you could say that on the attack, I mean, I have got some giant bomb spots just in front of the mortar, which are about to be revealed in a second when the troops break through. But already the king's taken quite a bit of damage. The queen's taken some about to start taking some damage as well. No air defense has gone down yet. And the Expo is doing some work. It is doing work on the golem though, so he came in at a good angle, I say, but he didn't give the queen chance. I mean, look, queen's on full health, nothing's really shooting her. He could have let that air defense die and not waste that hound, because the second hound's popped because I had double, I think, double seeking air mines over there, and the third hound's getting hit pretty hard as well already. So I think with a little bit more patience, this could have been a much better raid. But I like the fact he didn't go in through the obvious spot at 3 o'clock. He sort of tried to make it a little bit different, and saw a route to get at least 1 air defense down. It's just a shame he didn't give his queen the chance to do it. But it was, I wouldn't say it was a bad attack. It was, but yeah, a little bit of refinement needed, I think, to take down this base anyway. And you can see that with all the loons dead, it's just going to be down to the queen, and there's too many point defences left for her to be able to survive, and there she goes, and that is essentially the raid over. So yeah, a little bit unlucky to chase on that one. I think my base gets attacked pretty soon after that one anyway, and yeah, we'll see how it holds up to the next attack. So nothing I want to show before then, so we'll go straight into Farwin, who attacks me, who is the 9.5 by the way. So this is the round 2 of attacking my base. Notice how he uses the minions to funnel, because there's no air defense or nothing that can target air in the way, using is it a single golem to do just a cold-blooded attack. He's got higher level heroes. They're going in. A second golem's going in now, look, actually. So yeah, it's going to move to the front. The queen's down already. The CC are coming out. I have got Valks in the CC as well, just to make it annoying. You can see the damage they're doing to the king, and they've almost killed the king. So they've done their job, and yeah, king's looking pretty low on health at the moment. The skelly trap's there as well. But look at that jump spell over the core compartment, because if he can get that, he can get into the other set of giant bombs, and that's it. He's going to hog the base. You can see he's starting the surgical hogs at the top, trying to take the defences down. If he can get his hero, if he can get any troop to trip the giant bombs, or make so that the hogs don't get the double trip, then he's done his job. Now, I suppose the advantage of using surgical hogs is that if you at one set double trip the bombs, the others won't. So that's a big of it. If you're going to struggle to get a double giant bomb, and you are worried about it, try the surgical approach. It's not a different attack style. I think Jake pointed out in one of his videos recently. It's just a different deployment method, and the results normally the same. You're trying to get hogs into the I'm trying to get the hogs to take down all the defences as quickly as possible, and you're trying to minimise the risk. That's the idea. So you can see he's got enough cleanup troops now to get all my defence, get everything down, and he will walk away with a 3-star. So fair play to Farwin here for getting the job done, and he was the person that took down my base in this war. So I thought you guys might want to see that. Yeah, I think the more you understand strategies, the better you learn how to build a base, because you know what you don't want to do. You know what makes an easy base when you know the strategies. So you just want to make it as awkward as possible for somebody, which became evident when I tried to attack people. And I'm not going to show Vincent's attack here because I think he did a better one in a little bit, but I will show Revved Up's attack. It was a cleanup on Leonard's attack. So if you remember Leonard's last video, he got 92%. And what Rev does is pretty much mirrors the strategy. Not exactly, but enough to just make a couple of fine changes and get the job done. So I wasn't gonna, I could have just done a separate video on this, like a cleanup episode or something like that, but I thought no, it's all in the same war. The OneHive, I'm just gonna do a sort of a special way of doing it and cover the war the exact same, and just cover everything in one, or yeah, in the one series, instead of making lots of mini episodes from one war. So here the Queen's sort of going off. Unfortunately, she got targeted by the Expo, so she moved in range of that before the before the Golem had time to get in there. He's dropped the Golem in now, so here comes the cold-blooded part, and the Giants are going in. So similar sort of attack here. He's hoping to get the Giants to go over to the air defense and yeah, trip the double GBs. I keep getting the Wi-Fi emblem coming up, which is really annoying. But yeah, you can see here the heroes are about to go down. King's gone. Expo's about to go down. Here come the hogs. Look, double drop now. He's dropped them in such a way that they're sort of near to the Expo, so they're going to path straight into it. And this is the key here. Look, one of the giant bombs tripped, and then look at the top. King double tripped the other giant bombs. All giant bombs are now tripped. So he's using one heal spell here, slightly misplaced actually. Could have gone more towards the wizard tower, because there was a bit of overlap and pointless. The hogs did split, and the ones to the right died. But now look at this. So that group of hogs are the only ones remaining. They're all moving across. He's got the heal spell left because he's been very patient. And here it comes. Heal spell straight down, and all the hogs are moving into it, and they're going to get the job done. So they're all in heal within the last few minutes of the raid. There's enough hogs there to be able to do cleanup as well. And here it goes. Look, hogs on cleanup. Hogs, if you've got a group of hogs, they're very efficient on the cleanup as well. So well done to Revved for improving a good attack from the start, because it's always easier to do a cleanup attack because you know traps, you can see what work, you can fine tune an existing plan, so a bit less thought and effort. So yeah, I am going to apologise as well. I'm only going to show our attacks really, because there's too many. There really is. I'm not going to show my fails as well, so unlucky. If you caught them in the stream, fair enough. If you didn't, they were really embarrassing, like proper, so not even going to go down that route. Yeah, it is a shame as well. It's always annoying, you know, when you're in that situation where it's crunch time and you know, we matched up with OneHive randomly. I wanted to show off a bit of my skill, but I just literally just brain farted it. I could blame it on a few things, but it's just my fault. So I didn't do very well. It's very embarrassing, as you'd expect. But anyway, looking at Savon's attack, or Van. So he's going. The Queen's about to move in now. The D storage was the last sort of thing that was going to get in the way. The Queen's got to kill those skellies before she can focus on the defences. She's got to kill the Queen as well. Queen versus Queen here. Look, Queen's down. Air defense down now. She was gonna target the one, but she hasn't been able to do it. But he's dropped the hounds in. The loons are starting to come in. Look, standard sort of hound and loon deployment. He knew that the loons were going to get into the first air defence and get the job done there, so he didn't need to waste too many loons at that side of it. He also managed to take the X-Ray down, which is perfect. And then here comes the hounds onto the final air defence now. All the tanking's happening, and we're moving into the latter part of the raid. It's still got loons there ready to drop on the defences individually. 2 straight on the wizard tower as well to help take that down, because that's the last thing you want is a group of loons getting hit hard because they've all clumped together. Unfortunately that loon wasn't able to take down the arch tower, but there's more loons there that can. And now we're moving into the last few segments of the raid, and look at the cleanup. He's got wizards down, he's got pups up the top side. It's just clean. It's game over for this guy. So very beautiful raid by Savoni. And Larloon, when you do it right, it's an amazing strategy. People can get bored of watching endless videos of Larloon, and I don't blame you. It's very much samey, but it's because it's strong. I wouldn't be surprised if Supercell start making adjustments to try and compensate for it, but until they do, I'm imagining it's just going to be continued to be used. I'm just wondering if I should turn my Wi-Fi on to give myself a better connection, because I'm relying on 3G at the moment, so bear with me a few minutes, guys. Here we go, back in. Oh, that's current warp. Hold on. Bum, bum. Okay, so well done to Van for that attack. Moving into the next video we're going to show is Brian's, and I think it's a hog. Yeah, I love hogs. I love hog riders. I love the surgical hogs as well. I haven't done any surgical hogs myself. I'm going to start doing them soon. I think I'm going to use this war to practice at least one surgical hog attack in. But you can see, just taking the defences down, nice targeting here, not relying on the hogs to move in between the defences themselves, but just dropping them straight on them. You've got a good chunk of the defences down here, got the full CC pull, and now it's time to kill the CC. Pulling them down bottom. I'm just going to speed up the CC kill parts, same as always. A couple of witches, queen, golem in, breaking through, wizards in as well. And here we go. He's been able to get the golem, the king, just troops to trigger the giant bomb spots when going in for the queen. So with one double giant bomb spot negated, he's only got one more to worry about. And if you look at what the king's doing now, I'm wondering, is the other set there, or is it? Oh, it might be between the Expo actually. I think, yeah, there you go. Look, because he's coming from that angle, it's a single trigger giant bomb, so he hasn't got the double trip, which is normally the threat you have to worry about. So now his hogs are all weak, so he's gonna need to drop a heal spoon. Nice bit of patience here, but they are starting to die, but his patience held true. And before they got to the wizard tower, they were in heal. So but he's got a heal spell spare, so I don't know why he's being so conservative. Absolutely wrecked the base. Very nice attack. Not the best base design, I don't think, just from the ease it was to hog it, really. I love the way through the heal spell right on the queen's head at the end to give her a bit of extra heal before he came out the raid. So very nice attack by Brian as well. Let's continue. We will go with Zim's attack. This was a cleanup. You saw he only gained 1 star. Just having a look how it's going to go down. It's a quad, a cold-blooded quad Larloon, meaning that 4 hounds, obviously. And I think, yeah, it's just got the 1 golem. The queen's going to be quite easy to get to, really. He just needs his king to get in there. So the funnel's created now. He should drop the king in. I think he's waiting for the golem to trip the CC pull. But I think he's preempted it there. Look, it's going to happen. The golem's got the CC. The king's not going to get targeted. King's going to lock onto the queen. Queen's going to go down. Queen's going to lock onto the dragon, which is perfect, and all that's worked out. So now we can start thinking about the hog. The hound drop. He hasn't yet. A little bit delayed. Could have been thinking about this minutes ago. Well, a good few seconds ago. The queen's taking it down. There it goes. Look, now he's dropping the hound. So I think he was just waiting to make sure he got the ability right. But if just a bit more confidence, he could have done that a little bit sooner and got a bit of extra time. Hound's going in. Slight delay on the second hound and third hound getting in there. So 3 hounds are in now. He's got 1 remaining, and then a couple of loons for the back end. So the loons are going to have to do a lot of work against these exposed. The hounds are being targeted though, which is helping, and it's going to use... I don't know about that rage spell then. I would have dropped it lower to help the bottom group of loons and the core group of loons to get them onto that AD, but it seems to have worked out okay in the end anyway. So that rage was pretty pointless in my opinion. Bully had a third rage there, look, and that could have been used with a couple of minutes ago. So not too perfect on the rage, but the actual raid itself obviously worked quite well, very well, and the base has been 3-starred. So just gonna speed through the to be fair, we don't need to watch this, it's just clean up. You've seen the base, so the raid's over. Okay, moving on, because I've got so many videos to go through. You don't understand what it's like trying to flick through videos this quick. Lord Aziz on their top channel 9, this is actually. And Aziz is one of our channel 10s. He's the longest member that's currently in the clan. So he's been with me when we were back in, when we were called Crumplings, however long ago, before Clan Wars was even a thing. He was really premature channel 10. And he's just been working since to slowly upgrade his troops and slowly upgrade his heroes and learn the strategies. But he's only just got like max loons and you know, proper. But I've got a lot of time for Aziz, and he's stuck with me. I've stuck with him, and we just I think we'll quit clash at the same time most likely. But I'll always have that soft spot for him, and to be fair, in a situation like this, he's got he obviously gets the job done with just some good old-fashioned go we wipe, pow through the base, and hope for the best. I think his queen clutches it, to be honest. I think that's the saviour. So let's have a look at what's happening now. Queen's taking down the AD. She's moving into ranged defences. Tesla gone, cannon gone, mortar gone, and does she take down the Archer tower? I can't quite remember, but look at the pack moving down the bottom side as well. The queen is shooting the wall. She's an absolute idiot, but look, P.E.K.K.A, witches, wizards, king, everything's coming for these last few defences. You've got Golem up top tanking and a wizard tower as well. P.E.K.K.A's just having a field day running around the outside, but look, the troops are breaking in to one defence or two defences to go, and it's going to be a nice 3-star. So well done, Aziz. Thank you for bringing us yet another 3-star into the clan, especially versus OneHive. You did a better job than I did, my friend. And moving onwards, as I'm continuing trying to plough through these videos. Deco, let's have a look, see how you did, sir. We've just broached the 17-minute mark by the look of it in terms of video length, which is a nice sort of time. This is the video this is one I failed on. So I tried to do this approach here, yeah. There's a bloody Tesla down by the lab, pulled my golem away. The king's in range, so the king came down, killed my golem, pulled my king out of the way. My whole kill squad died within the first like 30 seconds, just because a Tesla popped and pulled everything away, and then the king in range and stuff. And I didn't even bother dropping the Larloon part of the raid. I just completely it was over. I didn't get anything. I didn't get the queen. I didn't get any air defences. It was just one of those things that proper caught me off guard. I think we all have those sort of moments, and you want to forget about them as best as you can. Deco obviously knew that it was there and shattered in from a different way, and did then what I was planning to do, and I'd planned to do for the rest of the raid, and just got well, yeah, continued and did well. One expo down. Second expo could have been targeted here. I don't think he'd have got it though, but it was hit a few times. If he'd have got that, that would have been so clutch, but it'd have been overkill. Now, last part of the raid, look. So, hound in, loons, more loons. Second hound now, yep, another couple of loons on the mortar, another couple of loons on the arch tower, single on the arch tower. Rage spell around about now, yep, there we go. See, I can call it, because I'm so used to watching Larloon raids, and it is literally that, exposure. If you want to get better, be in a war clan. Do regular raids, try the strategies, learn the mistakes, learn the hard way. Failure is the thing that will continually, it'll drag you down and it'll pull you out the other side, and eventually you'll get good. a lot of people have been through it. Some people use iMod obviously no one in this war or anything like that, but some people use iMod to accelerate their learning to be able to endlessly simulate bases, and that's why iMod users are so dangerous, because you can just simulate a base until you can 3-star it, and it's complete cheating, and I hate it, and I don't ever want to be associated with it. But anyway, yeah, that's why, you know, you have to get the exposure to these strategies to get good at them. That kind of speaks for anything in life, really, I'd imagine. Anyways, moving on, we're at Vincent's raid by the look of it. So you can, let's have a look, see how we go. Hog raid, I do love a good hog raid. Okay, so we've got the wall breakers breaking in, the golems distracting, taking down the mortar, wizards to help start the funnel, queens down as well because there's nothing in a targeter, and he's going to start moving inside the base. The CC are coming out. What's he going to do to combat that? He's just going to... nothing. He's got two... I think he's got... has he got 2 golems in or 1? I only think he's got 1, but he's relying on the king to actually go in and just properly cold blood the CC and the queen. It's mad. It's just the sort of thing that I like. I like things that I'm like, what? How has he done that? Or why did he think of doing that? And it's stuff like that which people are innovating. And look at the surgical approach on the hogs as well. It's just great to see. Great to see a different approach. Makes you think. Well, there's sort of things that, oh, I want to try that. Like Gi-Hi-Ho, one of those strategies where you know it's quite flashy, really. It looks cool when you do it, when someone takes a base down with it and they come to the end of the base and the healers have gone and healed all their troops to full health. It looks the part, and I think that this is one of those raids for me where I don't need witches, I don't need lightning. I'm just gonna go in and kill everything anyway. So in your face to your kill squad. and it's that makes me me really like this raid, and why I wanted to show it, because I'm a sucker for it. I get a good strategy and I stick with it, and I don't deviate much, whereas it's the innovators in Clash which have come up with these new strategies and new deployment methods that really have continually bring life into clan wars, which is what I love to see, and why I'm, at the end of the day, I love being involved with it. On to Kral's raid now. Let's have a look what we've got. Shattered Laloon, wide golem spread, trying to align it so he can get into the queen, and 2 air defenses. Wizards doing a lot of clean up on the buildings out there. Just about able to get the funnel right, enough for the queen to clear the rest. Jump spell in. Now that all the buildings are sort of cleared, his king's going to go in the right way, and he's got his king right into the position he wants, in the middle of both air defenses, really. And now he just needs the king's ability to bring the barbs in. Missed the witch completely on the that was a fail lightning. I'm not too impressed with that, so he's going to need the queen to finish her off, which she does. But now look where the heroes are, straight between the air defenses. One's already down, king on king here, I think you can just about see, but the expo is about to go down as well, I think, when the queen finishes killing it. Boom, and here we go, hound loons. Unfortunately a lot of the traps hit the loons then. Second hound's going in, rage spell to help bring the troops in as well, so a bit of a messy start to the Laloon. Third hound going in now, and the last few loons. So my opinion, he went a bit heavy at the start. Maybe could have saved some towards the end for the last wizard tower, at least. But it's, well, obviously he came out with a 3-star, so it sort of worked. You can see the loons are clumping up now. This is where a wizard tower right at the end of the raid can be quite a dangerous thing. So I'm just going to speed it up to 2 times speed and show you what I mean. All the loons are in one little area now, and watch here. They're all getting hit, they're all getting hurt, and if they were a little bit lower on health, 2 more hits, that would have been loons over, and then the cleanup would have been a lot harder. So that's why I would have probably saved at least 1 loon for the back end there. So it's always something to think about. But here it is, the final minutes of the raid, and 3-star. Very nice nicely done in bringing home the 3-star for the clan. Moving up through then, so up to this point we've been hitting pretty hard. We've been hit quite a few 3-stars. They had a little batch of raiding luck, wasn't too successful. We had a batch and hit quite a few 3-stars. I failed both my attacks because I'm an idiot. We hit some more 3-stars, so luckily my clan were there to back me up. They came back, then we went back, and then they came back, so it's to and fro quite a bit. 3-stars were flying around. Unfortunately, Maximus was not able to take down Gunu, although he got a high percentage raid. And then the OneHive came in hard again, trying to clean up the 3-stars, and it just didn't quite work out. So the last sort of 2 raids I'm going to show now from ours is Ace and Venaris, and then that's it for the video, and that's it for the recap. And I hope you enjoy it. And obviously, if you want to see more of the OneHive heavy raids, please go to Jake's channel. You got OneHive raids and OneHive Labs. OneHive Labs is the channel for OneHive 2.0, which is obviously the clan we're facing. I think there might be they're going to do some videos on it. I'm not 100% sure. I can't promise that, guys, because at the end of the day, it's not my clan, it's not my YouTube channel. But if they do, great, and you'll be able to see some of their perspective and their feedback on the war as a whole and their attacks in it. But yeah, I'm here. I want to show my boys getting the job done, to be honest, and more of how we did it as opposed to what they did or didn't do. So yeah, I've completely lost track of what's going on in this raid. Shattered Larloon, Town Hall's down. The King, I was thinking the King might get the AD here, but he didn't. Now the Queen is going to have to clutch it. Look at the barbs! Look at the barbs! The barbs clutched it! And the Queen took the other one. 2 ADs gone. Boom. Queen's in a nice spot, then she chooses to shoot a storage like every other time. And now the normal sort of hound loon drop. You're scratching your eyes out by the time you've seen another Larloon raid after this video. But that's the thing. Just keep watching them. Sorry to keep bringing them, but your exposure via my channel is going to make you better one way or the other, by hook or by crook. Hopefully those 2 Larloons didn't pop, 2 hounds didn't. Oh, 1 pop then. Man, if the other pops now by a bomb or something, that'd be clutch. But I don't think it is. So we have got a hound that survived to the end, but enough cleanup troops to get the job done. And again, another lovely raid. So nice to see Ace bringing home another 3-star. And here's the man, Venaris. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take down one of the Town Hall 10s. He did. In fact, I'll show both of Van's raids because he got very close on this one. No, he didn't. I'm lying. It was on the previous video where Gusty nearly did it, but it just didn't quite. Van tried to clean it up, and it just didn't quite work. Here it is. Look, Gusty's raid. Watch this. Okay, so this is an attack on Yesh, one of the leaders, and this base, what they were trying to do is shatter in through 10 o'clock and take both air defences, the Inferno, the Queen, and the CC down. So doing a nice big wide funnel. There's one main issue with this raid, and you'll know, and that is that on the kill squad, not a single air defence dies. So you can see the Queen's in. He's delayed the King drop. Drops it now. The King, look what he does. He goes straight to the lab. Just a fail. The King's going to circle the base now. Lightning was great, worked. Queen in the spot where she needs to be. But there's too many buildings. She takes down the Inferno, which is great. More skeletons. She's got to deal with them. Now she's in position and dead. King's circling the outside. But look, even though 4 air defences are still alive, look how well he does here. And this is how I know he could have easily 3-starred this base if he'd have taken just one of those air defences down. You've got one hand that's basically been sacrificed and dead on the first air defence. One that's getting hit hard on the second. Look at the loon dropping. Look at the position of it all, and just watch the timing. So the freeze is down. The loons are raging in now. They're moving onto the air defense. It goes down, moving through the base again. Loons on top of the air defense. It's down, and look at this now. Look at that quad of loons. they're just moving through, but they're just getting hit by 4 Teslas, an air defense, an archer tower, and they just slowly just dropped off, and then they came to the air defense and dead, and that was it. It was such a shame, and it was such a good raid, and it would have been a 3 if only his king would have gone in. That's all it would have took, I think, for the king to go in, and this base would have been broken. Van tried exactly the same story, and it just didn't work. His kill squad didn't get the job done, but he did then. Van dipped low and cleaned up number 10, which is the base I failed on, which screwed my mind a little bit, but Van makes it look easy like he does with most things. Okay, Golem in at 12 and 2:30ish. Anyway, so the kill squad's going in. He's jumping the kill squad into the base. The king's, killing the queen, killing the king. Then he should get aggroed in a minute. Oh, the CC are in the way as well. Look, so I think no. He would have got aggroed if the CC weren't in the way. Now the CC is dealt with. He's aggroed onto the queen. Queen goes down, and it's going any minute now. It's going to be ready to do the Laloon portion of the raid. So this is just overpowered. He's a town hall 10 taking on a town hall 9, and when you're able to, it's important to note we had a huge town hall 10 advantage this war. We had 2 extra town hall 10s, but what that meant, and their number 1 base was able to be 2-starred by a town hall 9. So what that meant was that we were able to use quite a lot of attacks as spares by Town Hall 10. So when we cleared all the Town Hall 9s without all of our Town Hall 10s attacking, so our Town Hall 10s were able to try 3 stars and that sort of thing on their Town Hall 10s. So because of our advantage, it just put us in this position where we were able to sit back and relax almost. And Van dipping low to clean up after me is the example of this, as in I failed it and Van just went in, and because he didn't have to worry about taking down another Town Hall 10 or cleaning up the Town Hall 10s, he was able to just go and go, I'll 3-star it and absolutely whitewash the base. But because he's got the Town Hall 10 advantage, it's easy to do. But as a team strategy, because we had that initial advantage and we were able to get the Town Hall 10s done efficiently, it resulted that we were able to get our Town Hall 10s to dip low if and when they needed to, which they did, and it worked. So in the end, great war, very good war, very nice to just be able to do clean attacks. And if you look at the board, we got 72 out of 75 stars. Everything was 3-starred except the top 3. We weren't quite able to do it. So we got close, especially on Yesh. We got 92%, 56%, that wasn't really that close, and then 50% wasn't close at all, but we didn't try and 3-star the number 1. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you've enjoyed this matchup and me trying to cover it for you guys. The stream, if you saw that as well, that's great. I was watching it at parts when I could. But yeah, this sort of thing is what makes Clash really good and interesting, and it was so active, and it was such a crazy atmosphere. I'm sure it was in their clan as well. So big shout out to the OneHive boys. Go check out their YouTube channels, because Jake from OneHive, believe it or not, taught me most things, and him and Hulk were the inspiration for me to really drive a war clan forward. So big shout out to you guys. I've got a lot of respect and time for you all. Anyway, peace out, see you on the next one. Let me know your thoughts.